Hello, my dolls. Welcome back again to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. But if this is not, welcome back, my dolls. So, everyone, I'm super excited to be making this video. I'm more excited for this day than I am for Valentine's Day, and I think it's self-explanatory. We are talking about the fire horse energy. Oh my god, I had to scream. I am so excited. Please let me know in the comment section if you're excited for this year, because I once I found out that this is like the fire horse energy, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, this is my year. Especially the fact that I'm Sagittarius. So if you're Sagittarius, shout out to you. We're literally half horse. And this year is the fire horse. You know, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm over the moon about this. And this video, I've been doing so much research on this fire horse. I'm already being tapped into the energy. I can already feel her. Like, it's so fiery. It's so big, so potent. And of course, I'm here. I'm your guide, dolls. I'm here to help you. I'm here to tell you how you can really utilize this energy. And I want to start by saying last year was the year of the snake. And I did talk about the snake energy. If you want to watch that, you can watch that here or here. So you can go and watch that. But that snake year was literally to shut off everything, like the old identities, your old beliefs, your old way of being, your old habits, your old reality, the reality you're no longer interested in seeing. That's the year to shed that. And now we are entering the fire horse, and this one is momentum. This is the year of quantum leaps. It's the year of momentum. It's the year that anything you're vibrating, any way your energy is vibrating, it's literally going to accelerate that. I like to think of it as, you guys, I don't know if you guys have played like Temple Run. I like to think of it as that option where, when you're running, and then that option where you kind of accelerate. So like you're running really fast, and then everywhere is covered. Like even the blocks, the place where you're supposed to like jump is covered, So you just like go. It's so easy to just run through. That's the energy I feel for this year. It's like just acceleration. So whatever energy you're already amplifying, you're just gonna be on that and just gonna go. It's that easy. So not to fall into the trap of, because like, of course, if you are in a really good energy, if you are entering that year with that bad energy, it's gonna accelerate that too. So if you're doing that with a good energy, it's so gonna accelerate that too. And I wrote down a few things. So if I'm looking here, it's my laptop, things I wrote. So I wrote down a few things that I just want to ensure that you take into the new year, so you're not caught lacking. I don't want to, like, all my dolls, we're prospering this year. This is our year, okay? This is our year, and I'm super excited. So in order to really take advantage of this year, take advantage of that acceleration and not find yourself lagging behind and talking about 2027, oh, let's start afresh. No, do it now. It's now, okay? It's now. The universe, everything in the cosmos, the universe, God, angels, everything right now is wanting you to prosper. It's wanting you to win, like everything right now. So if you're not taking advantage of this, then I don't know what to say, but I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you things you need to know and things you need to take notes of. So the first thing I want to say, which is this is just so important, and it's get clear on what you want. And when I say this, I don't mean like the mental chatter, your mental chatter you just have. Like, really sit down and measure and quantify the things you want. So if you say, for instance, oh, I want a really amazing relationship, what does that feel like? What does that look like? Quantify it, measure it. Does that look like him texting you every day, good morning? Does that look like him sending you flowers every week? Does that look like him booking trips for you every month? Does that look like him calling you every night before bed? Him planning dates? Like, what exactly does that look like? And really get clear on that. I don't want you to just sit down and be like, yeah, like in your head, and you're like, oh yeah, it'll really be a nice I really be nice to have a relationship, like really get clear on what that means for you. If it's, oh, I want to have my dream life, what does that look like? Does that look like having tons of, shenanigans? Or does that look like you just being free to do whatever you want? Does that look like you having financial freedom? And if it's financial freedom, how much are we talking about? Like, really get clear on what you want. Say, oh, I want to be more feminine. I want to be more in my feminine. What does that look like? Does that look like you being more open hearted? Does that look like you me being more compassionate? Does that look like you dressing up more? Does that look like you doing your nails more, taking more care of your appearance? Does that look like you showering more? Like, does that look like you upgrading your appearance, wearing silk to bed? Like, what exactly does that look like? I want you to get really clear on whatever it is you're trying to manifest or whatever your goal is, because you being clear shows the universe, like, okay, this is what she wants. This is exactly what she's asking for. We know what we're doing, as opposed to, oh, I want to be more feminine. Okay, but what does that look like to you? It can look like anything. Being more feminine is, okay, I go from not doing my hair to doing my hair. And then you're like, oh, but I don't have the appearance yet. Oh, but I don't, I'm not more compassionate. I'm not, happier. I'm not joyful. I'm not more in my body. I'm not more sensual. But it's like you were not specific. Like, what do you want the universe to do? So you need to be absolutely specific. This energy requires you, demands you to be specific. Second thing, which is the most important thing, after you get all that out of the way, this is the most important thing. And it's what I like to call, well, not I, what the universe guru on Asbina Irfan on YouTube, she calls it holding the pose. So this literally means remaining in the energy of how it feels when you get your desire. And of course, this is better said than done. I feel like even I myself, I struggle with this sometimes, because of course you can feel like that for like 30 minutes. You can be like in your body, you're like, yes, I have everything I want. I'm living my dream life. It's like, yes, everything is good. It's working out for me. And then you go out your room and your mom shouts on you, or your roommate just says something that just upsets you. And then you're back in that old energy. You need to hold the pose. It's so crucial, because like I said, it's the energy you're emitting that will get amplified during this year. So ensure you're holding the pose. And one thing I know that I'm doing right now too, because as you guys have your goals and your desires, I also have mine. So one thing I'm doing right now is ensuring that whatever I'm watching, whatever I'm listening to, whatever I'm like, yeah, watching, listening to, being a part of, contributes to me feeling that way. So if if I'm watching a movie or a series or whatever, and I just feel like a tightness in my chest, like I feel doesn't feel good. I don't feel good. I don't feel expansive. I don't feel joyful. I don't feel sensual. I don't feel feminine. I don't feel happy. I'm clicking off. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. I'm not in the mood. I don't want this. I'm out. So I'm only watching things, YouTube videos, TikToks, movies, series, music, like everything that aligns with the energy I want to hold. If your song is on shuffle and that song of what's it called, like a man cheating, whatever comes up, yeah, change it to the next song. Because if you're trying to manifest a healthy relationship and you're here listening to a song where he's like, yeah, I have 10 bitches, and it's like, that's contradicting. So ensure you're not contradicting yourself, contradicting your energy. You have this desire here, but you're here in this different energy. It's not gonna, it needs to be alignment. This year really requires you to be aligned. Oh my god, it's so important for you to be aligned, because like I said, it's the energy you're emitting that gets amplified. So if there's duality, if there's, okay, well, I want this, but then I really don't believe that I can have it, and then your energy shaking, it's like, okay, well, we're gonna continue to amplify that shaking energy, and you're gonna go into 2027 talking about new year, new me, but you haven't manifested anything. So ensure that you're holding a pose, ensure that you get crucial clear on what it is you want. So yeah, I feel like these are the things I'm doing. These are the things that I've received for this new year, and I'm like, let me share with you, dolls, so we can all prosper together. Of course, this is a channel that I want not only me but you guys too to prosper and do well and get your goals and get your desires and be happy and be joyful. I want this like a whole bubble or a circles to just be a whole community to just be, you know, filled with happy dolls, joyful, lovely messages, so I really felt in my heart to share it, and I really hope this helped someone. And just be excited for the new year. Just be excited for this new fire horse. And again, the name itself, fire horse, horse in itself, right? Really fast. Just imagine a horse like in its proper element, just galloping and just going with the wind. Then imagine that horse on fire. And when I say on fire, I don't mean in a bad way where it's like it's literally on fire and it needs to like quench. When I say fire, I mean, when I say, oh God, like this just lights me up, that's what I mean. Like imagine the horse in its amazing elements, just like sprinting and going, and that on fire. That's just imagine that. Like, I need you to tap into that energy of like the fire horse. Imagine a horse on fire, ignited, lighted up. Oh, that's just so juicy. I love that. It's amazing. Like, I need you guys to really tap into this energy and just go with it. And of course, I'm not saying that, it might be perfect. As you're holding the pose, like I said, things can happen. But what I want you to do is continuously check yourself, check your mind, be intentional on what you're doing. Like when you go out and, when you're holding the pose and you're happy and you're driving, and then someone horns at you or like something happens and you're like, oh my God, can obviously emit different emotions. You can be angry, you can be sad, but it's more of how long you can hold the pose for. So we have 24 hours. If you like, like for, I want to say, guys, I'm like really trying. I don't know maths. Math was one of my, worst subjects in school. But let's just say like you have like 4 hours of like where you're really angry, someone annoyed you, you're just like using that time to like get back into your energy, get back into holding the pose. Then you're holding the pose for 20 hours. It's good, so just keep on. Progress is what we're striving for, not perfection. You don't have to hold the pose for 24 hours, like we're human beings at the end of the day. Of course, something can take you off that, energy, but ensure you're always rerouting back to what you need to do. And it's how long holding the post for. And again, going back to like being clear what you want, when you're really clear on what you want to see in your reality, how that feels, you know what you're calibrating for. So you're not just confused and like, oh yeah, I want to be treated well, but what does that look like? Does that look like people opening doors for you? Does that look like people smiling at you? Does that look like people that serve you having a fun, nice experience serving you? I feel like this is something that I'm experiencing now more of. I feel like when I go out, people enjoy serving me, and that's a different thing. That's a different one in my reality. I didn't even expect, like, I know I always say I wanted to be treated well everywhere I go, but this is a different experience. Like, people really serving me, people opening the doors are happy to do it. Like they're actually smiling, like, oh, good afternoon, hey, how are you? And you're like opening the doors or like serving my food or whatever it is. Like they're happy to serve. And that just, oh God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's like things like that. Just really get clear on what it is you want and what that looks like. So you even know the pose to be holding, than getting confused. So my dolls, we have gone to the end. I really, really hope this helped one person at least out there. And like I always say, do not forget to have a feminine touch in everything you do. I'll see you in the next one.